dude. Holy shit.
Come on! Get him!
What the fuck?
Ah!
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck was that?
Hello and welcome to the Top Plays. In today's episode we have a selection of lucky clips, blind enemies and things that will just make your jaw drop. There are some incredible clips. That first one you saw from RGS, well, there'll be a few like that. Not a whole lot, some will be more like this clip in the background. Absolutely insane stuff. But trust me, it's worth sticking around because this episode is full of only in Battlefield moments. Trotty is just on the top of the hill at Iwo Jima, spotting enemies on the beach. The perfect snipe, picking up a massive kill. Another sniping clip, this time from DrMundo, behind the enemy players on underground. You know what's about to happen. Triple collateral, all headshots. GaithGS is next, Dan, and an incredibly lucky snipe. Martese Bro with 3 clips. These are some of my favourites in today's episode. He's sniping grenades, picking up a 4-man with that first grenade. The second, using the new Model 27, gets another 4-man, and then the final one with the Liberator of all weapons. Try to Beast Me is next. This is quite a funny clip. Playing on Narvik, grind. He's pushing towards Bravo objective. A load of enemies around him. He jumps over the edge and, well, he's stuck because of fortifications. There's a nade, well, why not throw it back?
God!
Ramtide coming in with 2 clips. The first, how lucky can you get? Well, I think it's more skill. He spots a squad mate throwing dynamite on a tank, uses the throwing knife to detonate it, getting a double kill and a tank taken down. The second, we're going to be taking a look at Twisted Steel. He's using one of the best weapons in the game, especially since the patch. All these clips are of course from before the 5.2 patch, but now the jungle carbine will be insanely strong compared to the other weapons. He's smashing people with the P38 pistol as well, making use of spotting just to work out where these enemies are. But, as with this episode, you know there's going to be some lucky plays, lots of blind enemies. He drops to the floor, hopes the enemies don't see him, and well, they just don't. And you watch how many kills he gets in this clip. These enemies should be embarrassed. Afterburn 003 is next. He's on the beaches of Pacific Storm with an anti-tank rifle. Check out what he does next.
We are losing objective Baker.
It's the most popular place to flank on Battlefield 5. Twisted Steel on the bridge behind a load of camping enemies, and BadAimOwner is going to be destroying them with his Mark 6 revolver. Banefire is next, getting a very lucky triple collateral on Operation Underground. Somehow manages to get one in that clump of enemies. Barrett M82A1 is next with a superb plane snipe. Look at that, absolutely incredible stuff on a fast moving Spitfire in the distance. JuicyJuices is next, and this is quite possibly the longest range tank shot I have seen on an enemy plane, and I think it's a plane that he hits. It might be a vehicle, but the distance he's fired that, it could be a plane in the distance. Dropping back to Battlefield 1, JustGastrom is going to be hitting a very lucky shot with the A7V. X2Y Tap is next on Iwo Jima. Check out this for an incredible long range shot. Bloody Glass 13 is playing on Battlefield 1, and across the map, tank shot on an enemy plane. ChingyunYim is next. This is Battlefield 5 Pacific Storm, and the storm itself has just hit the island. Two planes are flying past. He takes the first one out with supreme accuracy, and then without really aiming too much away, he gets a second. 2 for 2.
Let's turn the tide of this battle before it's too late.
Deadwolf175 is coming in with an incredibly long range tank shot. Look at the distance he gets with this Sherman. Now for one of the weirdest and, well, to be honest, it's a blind enemies clip. Let's not say it's anything else. It's Duffy playing on Rotterdam behind the enemy team with the Mark 6 revolver, smashing a few of them in the head, getting a couple of shots on him from that enemy player, but that's about all he'll have in this clip. These enemy players they don't really know what's going on. Surely they'd have heard some gunshots behind them. Nothing really happens. This guy sprints on past, and, well, from here on in, it's just a bit of a disaster for the enemy team. EN98 with 2 clips on Narvik, both with blind enemies. He, of course, is a great player. It doesn't matter if enemies are shooting at him or not. He usually succeeds in getting a clip.
Over there! Enemy bloody shot trooper!
The second clip from EN is once again on Narvik. Again, this is a similar team, if not the same team, of clueless enemy players, just throwing knife after throwing knife, racking up a massive score. GSource 9000 is coming in against a pile of blind enemy players. This is absolutely insane. Sometimes in Battlefield 5 you can just lie down on the floor and it does work. I'm not sure why this is, why it is so successful. I guess players just don't look in this game. The visibility is not as poor as it was when the game first came out. It's completely acceptable. Lots of spotting. You really shouldn't have any trouble with it. These enemies though, they clearly do. I wish I was on a server like this. They can't even hit him when they do start shooting. Absolutely insane. BGMan is next. Pushing up the stairs here with the STG, he gets a massive kill feed on all of these clueless enemy players. JustGS. Blink and you'll miss it. He throws a throwing knife through the air. That thing hits an enemy as he snipes it. That is the ultimate way to assist using a throwing knife. And the second clip, just your casual triple. Really awesome to see. The rush shot's next, coming in with 2 clips. The first one, a medic run and gun drops the smoke, pushes in with that Thompson and makes the most of the incredible hipfire this weapon used to have. It's still pretty good in CQB, but it's not really the same as what we used to have with this annoying TTK update. And there we go. 4 campers dispatched very efficiently on the ground. The second clip, he's once again on Rotterdam up on the bridge, same loadout. Slightly different outcome though this time as he drops down the stairs to find the entire enemy team camping. Some really nice aiming there to remove these enemy players. Recoil control is perfect, always getting the headshots with that revolver. And then he goes back up for another little flank.
Ich flieg dich zusammen, Soldat.
ViktorScar coming in with a good old run and gun Rambo clip. Twisted Steel in the medic class, a gold gilded ZK by the looks of things. This weapon is a beast, using his secondary as well. A lot of kills. A clueless medic gets taken out for the second time, and then he just destroys a few more at range. Welching coming in with a really nice medic clip on Rotterdam. He sent in a nice one for the previous episode of the Top Plays, which I enjoyed very much. This one, kind of similar on Bravo. It's him versus the entire enemy team. He does a lot of damage and starts to turn the flag for his team in this really nice PTFO medic clip. Rambo-barracuda is next. He's picked up a perfect spot looking towards these enemies camping in the windows on Operation Underground. I'm not going to try and pronounce this next name, but apparently it means wise in English. Just a longer spelling for a foreign language. A nice clip though sent in on Iwo Jima, sniping these enemies in the distance. Sometimes you just get a load of camping players, and on Iwo Jima, where it is fairly easy to see enemies due to the light uniforms, you can do a whole load of damage. This is 9 kills in 10 shots against a load of campers. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of the Battlefield Top Plays. If you did, leave a like down below. Remember to send your clips into battlefieldtopplays@gmail.com, and I'll catch you in the next episode.